brought me to Catherine's was I had diabetes, and when I was working with you guys, I was between jobs and didn't have insurance, and I was having issues with my blood glucose levels. Because I had family members that were diabetic, I had a better idea of what I was in for. My grandmother took insulin all the time. My mother had other health issues going along with the diabetes. So for myself, yeah, there was some fear there, because when I was diagnosed, my kids were still, somewhat young. Some of the things that were happening, getting lightheaded, having mood swings happening, I definitely worried about whether or not my health would get so bad that I would pass away. And knowing that, we'd lost family members because of lack of resources, it did put me in a dark place at times prior to coming to Catherine's. Knowing that I needed to have things done was really scary. Not knowing where the money was going to come from to pay for medicines or pay for a procedure that needed to be done. It was very frightening and at times frustrating for me, because I knew there were resources out there. Because I was one of those in-between people where when I worked and made good money, but when I wasn't working, I didn't always have resources. I spent a lot of time crying over what I was going to do, because I was trying to make a decision between feeding my family and keeping myself healthy. And once I was able to connect with Catherine's, that took a lot of relief off of me. It put me in a much better frame of mind to handle things. And in the last 9 years that I've been connected with Catherine's itself, it's made the difference between me being able to have those medicines or getting those procedures done or the lab tests done. Now that I got everything mostly under control with my diabetes, I spend as much time as I can with my kids. It's a little more meaningful, I think, because I can spend more time with my granddaughter and get her the exposure she needs to being with extended family members. It's been a blessing to be able to see her growing as she has, and she's on the verge of her first steps, so we're looking forward to that, but at the same time not. She'll keep me on my toes whenever she's around me. She already does.
I'm a 56-year-old unemployed artist that has some health issues. I went to the best art school in the nation. Does not make me an artist. In the last year, I wasn't painting. I was so heavy, I was unable to bend over and put my socks on or trim my toenails. And that's, when you have to ask somebody to help you with that, that's very mentally debilitating. I was shot down by my parents, by my girlfriend, and I had no job, and I felt like I was worthless. I'm this great person with all this to offer, and here I am, and people don't want me, and they're throwing me away. And I literally didn't want to wake up. Well, I first heard about Catherine's. A friend of mine, I explained to him I needed some psychological help as well as physical help. And he said this place helped my mom out. She had cancer, she couldn't afford it, and they helped her through the whole process. So I came in here blind, and the front staff was so genuine and helpful and said, we'll see you, we'll take care of you, and we'll do it at a sliding scale to what you make. And I'm unemployed at this time. I mean, literally to not be able to pay for help and to be able to find it, and to be sick and have issues and be worried about them and not be able to take care of them because you can't afford it. And this place has done wonders. The worry about, is insurance going to cover this? Is it not? That's taken away. That That's an afterthought. Taking care of you is a primary concern here. So a normal day these days, since I've been coming to Catherine's, consists of waking up in the morning with a routine. I've never had a routine in my entire life. Now I have a routine. I wake up, I have fresh fruit, I have a banana and an apple that my health coach told me, these are the things that you need. I start the day great, and then I go for a bike ride. I come back motivated enough to do some housework. And then I get creative enough to finish the day out doing artwork. And then it's like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. I didn't eat snacks today. I'm healthy. I went for that bike ride. And I can't wait to see Ken next week and tell him what a great week I had. And I can't wait to talk to Sneha and show her what my refrigerator looks like. And I can't wait to get weighed and see Dr. Brower and say, she says, you've lost this much weight, you're doing great. Without a place like this, I literally don't know if I would be here. I might have drank myself to death or done drugs or something. And without Catherine's, I don't know where I would be. I wouldn't be here today smiling, as happy as I am, and as healthy.
I've always loved kids and was in the process of adopting a little boy through foster care, and didn't realize that I was in a domestic violence relationship. I just thought it was more mental health related. And in the process of learning what it truly was, I left with my foster son and moved to Grand Rapids and got connected to Catherine's because I was looking for a mental health clinic and I had just lost my health insurance. I was without a home. I was without a car. I was just feeling hopeless, like I had nowhere to go or nowhere to turn, no one to listen. I just felt incredibly broken. When I first walked into the doors at Catherine's, I was greeted by staff, and I didn't have the documents and the things that I needed, and they were really supportive and let me know that they could see me and they didn't need all of this paperwork. They didn't need they just wanted to be able to meet my needs. So I remember a medical assistant who took my blood pressure and brought me back into the room, and I was just a wreck. I still remember her smile, and I remember she just really encouraged me, and she just listened, and she cried with me. I just felt so much love and care. It just made me feel like I was important and I mattered. And being in a domestic violence marriage for as long as I was really brainwashed into thinking that I didn't matter. That's what Catherine's is about, is that you are not a number. You're a person and you matter. And I'm incredibly thankful for just being able to heal here. I've never felt more at peace. I honestly can say I love my days and I love my life.